Well, it's 1 o'clock, and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. The team is ready to serve you a huge portion of fun for lunch. Open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought, take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe, and get ready to enjoy the humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of feel-good and happy soup to help your day go easier and enjoy your break with others around you. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddy S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream-making. The feel-good food you need to help that bagel go down nice and smoothly. If you have a story to share, anything that happened at work, play, a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you today, call in toll-free 888-565-1470 right now. So sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe and let Dawn and Freddy S. get your happy juices flowing.
Welcome to all our friends in South Florida, LA, New York, San Francisco, Chicago. Do you know that I may have us in Texas next week?
Really?
Yes.
Where in Texas?
Well, let me tell you the story.
Please.
You know that we have a podcast.
Yes.
And there are 2 more pieces now to the podcast. Something Comcast.com and some other podcast thing. I got to talk to you about that because I don't know what that is.
You do. And what is our FM station?
95.3.
95.3. So that's the thing. That's why you need a podcast these days.
14.7. Why?
Yeah, because you got to have everything. You got to have radio. You got to have a podcast. You got to
Why
have a multimedia approach.
Because she's giving me feedback.
She's in the know. So tell me about Texas.
So anyway, so the 2 podcasts pop up over the weekend, and we're on there. And then all of a sudden, I get a text. I get a email from a company in Texas, 96.6 WCBS. That's what it's called, swear to God. And they would like to know if we want to put our show there.
Really?
And I said, absolutely. So we may be in Texas.
Where in Texas is it? It's
I
a
want to go to
big
Texas.
state. You know what happens in Texas? Everything is bigger in Texas.
You know,
just saying, I used to live there.
I didn't tell you. I
had big hair.
It's
just bigger.
I went to Mexico on a cruise. I took my bowling league. 110 of us went to Mexico. And there were these chicks from Texas there, and they were there with their husbands or boyfriends or whatever. And these guys were gargantuan. They're like 10 feet tall. And that's what they told me. Everything is bigger in Texas.
Everything is bigger in Texas.
I said, the only thing I see bigger in Texas is ego. That's all I see.
You know what? I was in Texas in the 80s. My hair was just tremendous. Imagine 80s.
Yeah, Dawn, but you're like 5 feet. So anything is going to be bigger.
You know, I don't know why that is. I just like big hair. Anyway. I think I'm bigger than I am is really what it is. I have this. Well, you see our set? I just take up a lot of space for a little person. Happy Monday, Freddy.
Happy Monday.
How was your weekend?
The Brooklyn Cafe coffee was a big hit over the weekend.
Yeah?
I mixed this with the decaf, so I used half and half. Half calf.
Half calf?
And it's delicious. Love it.
Love it. So good.
And then I can have this at night as well. It's really good. I mean, come on down and make your cup of coffee.
Come on down to 1440 North Federal Highway, the Brooklyn Cafe TV. You can find us on Facebook, Periscope, and YouTube at the Brooklyn Cafe TV on podcast. As Freddie says, ask Siri. So you ask Siri, play the Brooklyn Cafe TV, Brooklyn Cafe TV podcast, and it pops up. We did that to someone in the studio last week, and they didn't believe us. And they did, and they went, wait, there it is. And
That's
there
right.
it is.
That's a tech thing I want to thank.
What do we have, about
six
shows on there now?
6 shows, yeah.
Moving
I'm going
to
to put 3
Texas?
more.
It's a monopolist manifestation of makeup Monday. Just saying.
This is part 1 of 2.
Part 1 of 2. I saw the best movie. You're not going to like it, but I just have to say, A Wrinkle in Time.
What the hell is that?
Anyone see A Wrinkle in Time?
I did not. No, and you know, I need to see it. I want to see it.
We rented it yesterday. My daughter and I rented it, and we never got to see it in the movie theaters. It's one of those things where it's not a guy kind of movie, but it's about energy travel and what you can achieve in your mind. It's a wrinkle in time. It's just wrinkling that time factor. So the closest point from A to B is very short. It's very short. It's just a wrinkle. And what you have in your mind, you can achieve it. My daughter said it was life-changing.
It changed her life?
Life.
She found a wrinkle.
Changing. No, it's all about finding the light and not letting darkness in this planet of it in. Because when of the darkness comes in, it's doubt, it's negativity, it's judgment, it's denial, and how it's just embracing this planet of Earth. I'm just saying.
Do me a favor.
And then light.
Don't watch any more movies.
And how light.
This sounds like the only wrinkle that I'm ever going to like.
And how light can overcome all of that doubt when you truly have faith and believe in yourself that you are the light and that the universe is the light and you can beat the darkness. And I thought, this is where I'm going to the segue.
I know where you're going. I got it.
And I thought because of the sadness and the suicide that has been happening last week, that you know what? If all of that doubt and the darkness of the planet It stopped permeating everybody.
The planet It?
There's another name, but
Where's
the planet It, which is the planet of darkness that
invades
the body. Did you guys see it? A Wrinkle in Time. It's on with Oprah Winfrey.
Coming at a theater near you. A Wrinkle in Time.
I can't wait to see it.
It's out. We rented it.
Oh.
But if all of this self-doubt and the darkness stopped permeating everybody, there wouldn't be suicide, there wouldn't be judgment, there wouldn't be, it might put you out of business as far as, not monobliss, but chrysalis, but you know what? You'd probably welcome it because there would be no self-doubt and no judgment, and everyone would live in their light and to their fullest potential. And that is
you got all this from that movie?
Yes.
I don't know if I want to see that. It'd give me a headache.
And I saw...
there's more.
There's more.
Part 2.
I saw Ocean's 8.
Oh, how is that?
Anyone see Ocean's 8?
Nope.
Again, a chick flick.
It came out yesterday.
It is women empowerment.
Oh,
Girls,
God.
have you seen it? I know, my poor husband.
It's another chick flick?
But
I can't do another chick flick. I had to watch it
wasn't a chick
yesterday.
flick. It's like Ocean's 11, Ocean's 12 with the guys.
But with women.
But it's the
hence
women.
the chick flick.
Hence the women. They're all empowered. It's Sandra Bullock.
Ugh.
It's, really good. Just saying. I'm just waiting for George Clooney to rise from the dead and come back and take that martini glass at the closing scene. Maybe
Don't
next
say
time.
it.
He didn't come back.
That's good.
But I wish he had.
It reminds me of the book club. #1 rated movie. Looks like it's going to be movie of the year. I'm going to tell you something. I fell asleep. Sorry.
Then you might not like Ocean's 8.
But I don't know. Can you compare Book Club to Ocean's 8?
I didn't see Book Club. I don't know. But we're starting our own book nook here.
Yes, I see you have a cart.
We might have to go across the yellow line.
You're going to be moving all the stuff around the studio? Yeah.
We're going to maybe cross the yellow line. But yes, we're going to have our Brooklyn Book Nook to put all of our books out. All of our clients that have written books, people can come by, have a cup of coffee, take a book out, check it out, read it, and just enjoy, hang out with us.
So now we're turning into the library.
Why not?
We're going to be the library. Now listen, if you can get your eyebrows done here too, you'll be all good to go.
And I just have to tell you,
I had to go elsewhere for that, so.
I can do it. I got a razor blade.
Lotta Lana's been holding out on us. You know what her mom does?
Eyebrows.
She's in the beauty business. She's in the
You're
beauty
kidding me.
supply business.
Is she?
And she's going on HSN this week, her mom.
What?
Yeah, just saying.
Really? Yeah. And we haven't had her here yet.
That's
Why?
exactly what I said.
Pick up the ref phone and call your mother immediately. That's why that ref phone is there, for you to pick it up, you know.
She's coming next week, though. Mama's going to come. Tweezers. Just saying, eyebrows. Tweezers.
Eyebrows. I didn't even get the line in
I
yet.
knew you weren't getting it. Somebody was taking it. It was going to be her.
Glass nail files. What else, Alana?
Glass.
Mirror compact.
Make a lot of things out of glass.
All the
Glass
things
nail
we need,
files?
Karen. We need Mama here. What's your mom's name? Fern. We'll see you next week on the cafe. A lot of things we could use on this.
Fern.
She's holding out on us.
I know, I can see that.
We've got Alana on the board. We've got Jackie joining us, a new intern. We just throw right in. She's learning production. She said
Hey,
she can
Jackie, I
help us
hope,
with all
are
kinds
you
of
are
things.
you a religious person?
Not really.
Well, you're going to be after this show, I tell you that. Light a candle.
We've got Vivian on set with us from Casa Monobliss and Chrysalis. I don't know what hat you're wearing today, but I'm glad you're with us.
Monobliss today.
Monobliss today.
And we're talking all things
all
mental.
things all things
All
mental.
things mental.
You can't say that.
Not, why?
It's not nice.
I don't mean it negatively. I think there's enough not nice going on right now, don't you?
Yes.
Well, the problem is that nobody wants to talk about it.
Well, we talked about it. Do you remember we used to do mental
3
health
months
awareness?
worth.
We
Yeah,
did a
every
lot.
Monday we used to
Every
do it.
Monday we did Mental Health Awareness Monday. Monobliss was on a couple times. Danielle was on. You.
Oh.
Chrysalis was on.
Oh yeah, I was on.
You were
I
on.
was
Danielle was on.
No, Darnell was
Darnell.
on, and then we had Tara
Everybody's looking
on,
around.
and we had Danielle. Who's
Danielle.
Darnell, sorry.
Danielle.
Okay, so Darnell was on, and then we had some other folks on from Chrysalis as well
And
that
here it
were
rears its
talking
ugly
about
head again.
absolutely. Oh, it's going to continue to. Depression is on the rise, and suicide is something that we see every day. And I think that we need to start asking ourselves, what is it? What's going on? Why is it? Not only is it suicide and depression, but we're also, you're talking addiction and overdoses on the rise. So people are looking to escape. There's suffering. There's an incredible suffering that's going on. And what you were talking about with the movie that you saw, that's incredible, because that's part of what we're teaching at Casa Monopolis is how do we escape the suffering, and how do we live in a world where it's really intense, where there's an incredible amount of anxiety, that we're all, an incredible amount of stress and pressure, and the judgment that you talked about. We're all in judgment and not feeling good. So how do we function in a world like that? How do we quiet our mind?
That's a good question. That's two questions in one.
How
Do
do
you
we?
learn to function in it, or do you learn to escape it? Because
Well, you can't
escaping
escape.
is
You can't
not going
escape.
to happen.
No, we're here. We're all here. We're all living on planet Earth. So Casa Monopolis is a center in Delray Beach. Our first center is opening up at 1405 North Federal Highway, but we do a lot of work via internet, and we are all about teaching practices and offering a wide array of practices that help people be able to find peace, beauty, tranquility, and health within an incredibly intense environment that we all live in. We're all pretty skilled in some of the Eastern practices that are out there. Also, we do a little bit of everything, but I personally particularly tend to go towards the Eastern practices of meditation, mindfulness, and meta meditations, some of the yoga philosophy and science, which is a true science of how we can feel good and tap into beauty and love, even though we're in the middle of a storm.
Do you ladies do meditation? I know, Karen, it's too quiet for you.
Alright.
Yolanda
We'll
does.
just move past that question.
Well, I thought maybe because you're such high energy.
Well,
maybe
I am, and I have a lot. I mean, I'm very high energy, but I function high energy. So when you say meditation, I mean, no, but do I love to have 10 minutes of quiet time with nobody around? Absolutely.
Do you read?
I do read, yeah.
You like to
I
read?
do read. I read a lot of news.
You read
You know
news?
what my hobby is.
I know. So
Yeah.
your meditation comes in a different
It
form.
does, absolutely. Yeah, that's my hobby. My hobby is political news.
And not only that,
Relaxing.
but
I
when
find it therapeutic.
That's all she's saying.
when the
She has her opinions.
well, the bottom line is that those people who have a tendency of showing off a little bit more, a higher amount of intelligence, like you can have a conversation about anything. I've seen you do, on the moment, interview people. And if you don't know anything about it, you read something and you know.
Right.
So my question then is, are we going to offer people an opportunity for them to better themselves? Because think about it this way. Do you come forward to seek help when you're crying out, or do you go find them? How does that whole thing work?
Right. Well, I mean, I think that, there's got to be options, and we have to offer people options of where to go. People need information. So for us personally on this side of the house, and I wear a lot of hats. I also wear the behavioral health hat. I own a behavioral health company that does a lot of outpatient behavioral health therapy across the state of Florida. We
One of the
serve about-
biggest.
Yeah, actually the biggest outpatient behavioral health company in the state of Florida.
That's right. It's
So
not a
on that side of
fly-by-night.
the house, we're constantly doing outreach. It's called outreach and education. We go into schools, we go into doctors' offices, we teach people how to identify mental health issues so that we can get them on the front end. You speak to people on the front end, because if we provide treatment on the front end, the chances of getting healthy quickly increase dramatically. The longer somebody has a condition that is untreated, the harder it is to help get people into recovery.
And can we treat without medication?
I personally think yes, but I have a caveat on that.
I hate medication, by the way. I
Right.
hate prescription
Okay.
drugs.
So it depends,
She's
on
not
what we're
opinionated.
talking.
Not a
We're
fan.
talking about. I don't take any medications, and I've had some, some significant.
But
issues.
everybody's different. I think
And-
that's
right.
that's part of it too.
So, but you asked me about different kinds of conditions. Now, if I have somebody that's active psychosis, schizophrenia, and is potentially at risk of
Sure.
dying or harming themselves or others, medication is a route for them.
Right.
It depends on the condition. It depends on what somebody's tried. But You know, that's one aspect of outreach. And then there's the other side. This is where I find like my own personal, you know, balance. I do think that there are practices out there that work really well at helping people find peace that are not your traditional Western paths. And how do people get to those? I think that there's not enough education around it, and that's why Casa Monobliss is here, is to provide that education, that there are different techniques that have been out there for so many years, like some of them 2,000 years BCE. Like
What type of practices?
Okay, let's talk about yoga. Yoga itself, you know, yoga is movement, right? And so through movement, we are able to, one is release stored energies in our bodies. That's why they're using it so well now. Connected Warriors, I don't know if you know about them, and a shout out to them.
I love them. Hey.
Okay, they're doing yoga with Beth. It's an amazing project and company, organization, and they're getting amazing results. So it works really well with PTSD because you're not talking through things. You're actually, we store trauma in our body. So it allows us to release these traumas, and yoga itself was designed so that it could work through your different energy centers and allow yourself to release this stuff so that you can find some peace. Because when we store all these energies, it bubbles up and it's constant, you know, thoughts in our head, but we're storing thoughts and feelings and emotions within the physical vehicle.
Well, let me ask you about yoga, because I just had this conversation with someone who's a yoga teacher. There's the physical movement of yoga and the practice of yoga, and it's a little calmer, Karen, than you and I do. But I'm thinking I should embrace it. But then there's...
I like yoga. I do like yoga. When I've done yoga, I like yoga. I don't think I could do yoga every day.
But then
I'm never
there's
going to
the
be a
spiritual
yogi.
side of yoga.
Absolutely, which
Right.
is amazing.
And
Right.
I've heard there are some places that, no, they don't take the spiritual side out, but it is... They don't go in it to as a spiritual experience. It is a movement yoga practice,
Right.
and then there are other yoga studios that combine both.
We combine both, and we combine both in a very non-threatening way, because I think oftentimes people stay away from yoga or from meditation because it's those people.
It's
They
that
dress
spiritual,
different,
right.
they talk different. It's a culture of people that have a different outlook on life. And I have a lot of my friends, my mommy friends, that, you know, that are like, maybe not for me. I don't, you know, really prescribe to
I
that.
don't know how to quiet my mind enough to do that.
Have you ever
you
heard
don't
of
have to.
Latino yoga?
Latino yoga? No.
Latino yoga.
No,
Right.
but I should, right? I'm Latina.
called
Latino,
What's
Latino
that?
yoga.
Oh, Latino, where was I? They
Latino,
left me
Latino
out.
yoga. I'm gonna tell you in the day, and Dan is standing there. But Latino yoga is merengue, is chamba, is our dance. It's
Oh,
the
yeah.
dance, it's the culture of dance.
Dance is
Hello?
beautiful.
And
a
what happens
beautiful
is
way.
Latinos don't know how to spell the word yoga, so we don't find it. And you can scream at me all you want, because I'm telling you. But every weekend we go dancing, we go party, we like the music. We're an intense individual when it comes to partying. That's our yoga. That's
Right.
Latino yoga. Don't look at me like that.
That makes total
Sorry.
sense, Freddie. That's like, I think that makes
Listen.
total sense.
It's
I think
quieting your
that's-
mind.
Look, and I got a
Something to
Colombia
really
in
think
here who
about.
agrees with that. You got a lot of people behind.
Well, dance is a beautiful way,
know
like,
that
you know,
is.
to
Yeah,
express
yeah,
and
it's
to
just like
release.
it.
For sure.
Yes.
Dance is such a beautiful way. We actually incorporate, you know, some of the stuff that we're doing. We're not just doing yoga and meditation. We do Tai Chi and Qigong and ecstatic dance and, you know, drumming, because there's so many avenues to be able to connect back to ourselves and to kind of let go of some of the stressors. So we want to be able to afford everyone an opportunity to offer all the different routes. I think
That's what I
dancing
like
is one
about
of
you,
the-
though, Vivian.
But
Because
Monobliss is different because it's everything.
well, yeah, and you're able to identify the need. You know, it's really different. You walk in there and you want a ham and egg sandwich and you get tuna. I mean, in your case, you're going to prescribe because of your experience in
Right.
so many different businesses. You're able to plug it in. But think about Latino yoga. That's what
But
I'm saying.
but it all comes down to quieting the
Salsa.
mind,
Right.
right? It all comes down to finding your place, getting out of the darkness.
Right.
It feels like Gloria Stefan's on, and truly finding your life.
No more
I
movies
know,
for
no
you
more
on the
movies
weekend.
for me.
Is that your daughter?
That's my daughter. Isn't she cute? I was just blowing
She's
her kiss.
beautiful.
while
Did she
I
go
wasn't
with
on
you too?
camera. Yeah. Wait.
She had that done too?
No, she didn't have that. Those are her real eyebrows.
Really?
Yeah, no, she's got them already. I'm just trying, I'm trying to strap up my brow game. I got to be on fleek.
We saw her almost a year ago at the NN studio.
I don't think I've ever met her daughter.
Yeah, I saw you when you were at NN.
like-
You
Yeah,
brought her
you
daughter.
probably, she's,
She
she
had
hangs
the
out with me
sash.
every now and then. No sash.
Oh, it's the other
No
one.
daughter.
sash.
That
Different
was
daughter?
Jamie's daughter.
She's your
There you
Oh,
go.
look, look, all these American.
That's Miss
American.
Keene.
We're getting her into crunchy makeup.
Why
We're
are you?
introducing her to
Our
crunchy
next
makeup
hour is
today.
crunchy
Is that why
makeup.
Crunchy's here?
Uh-huh.
It's nice for you to let me know what's going on
you know
today.
why the other reason I want a crunchy here is because I wanted her to meet Vivian, because
I'm interested
everything
in
is
crunchy
about
makeup.
organic and wholeness and on so many levels. But then we say from moms to models, there are people that still wear makeup, whether you do yoga or not. If you're in the business world, Some do and some don't. And the crunchy makeup is toxin-free. It's non-GMO. It's gluten-free lipstick. No lead.
Gluten-free lipstick.
Gluten-free lipstick. I know. I find that
You ever heard of that,
fascinating.
then? You can eat it.
You can eat it.
Where's
because we
crunchy?
do.
I want to know.
You
I
remember
wanna
when
see
we
their
were
This
growing-
is
product.
going to fill you in on crunchy.
You remember when we were growing
Right.
up, they used to sell these fake lipsticks that you could eat? Remember that?
And the
Holy
wax
smokes.
lips? Yeah, it's not any of that.
The wax lips.
Remember the wax lips?
They had those. They had the bubblegum cigarettes. There was all sorts of bad
But
candy
Karen
back
and I
then.
have converted to crunchy makeup. We have
Wax
been
lips.
converted, Liz, to crunchy.
Yeah.
Karen and I, just saying.
Well, me and Dan are going to create a men's line of crunchy.
That's funny
We're going to call it Slap It.
for Father's Day. Slap it. Nuts.
Yes, for Father's Day. Because I think it's important that we have conversations on both sides. It's like mental health stuff. Yeah, you got to have conversations about a lot of things, a lot of stuff.
Right.
Right?
You know, it takes the celebrities, unfortunately, Kate Spade and Anthony
You see,
Bourdain.
now I disagree
bad.
with that.
No, it takes
I'm sorry.
that to happen for everyone to bring more awareness to it, because think what's going on every single day with depression and anxiety.
But I
and
disagree with
sadness.
that. I'm
Of course
sorry.
you do.
I
Why?
disagree because I don't think that it takes a celebrity. You know, something happened in this room. We're not celebrities, but the life is just as
I think
important.
it goes on every
I
day.
agree.
But
It
I
goes
do
on
think
every
the
day.
celebrities bring some visibility
That's
to it
all
that
I
maybe
meant.
it wouldn't have. It gets the dialogue going,
Right.
so now more people are talking about it. But if you look in this past week alone, I've seen a lot of people posting on Facebook and other social media that are now sharing personal stories about people in their lives or family members, which it's kind of eye-opening to realize this is going on every day.
You know, and Kate Spade's sister said, I can't quote it, but overall was, we couldn't save her. We knew she'd been living this life and she'd been having issues. We didn't realize it was going to happen when it did, but there was nothing more we could have done. And that to me is heartbreaking, because I'm sure that there
But
are
do you
many
believe
people
that?
she went to. I don't know. You're the professional.
Do you believe that nobody can help her?
Well, it depends on whether somebody wants help, right? The number one question is, do they want help? So there's very little you can do if somebody doesn't want help. If somebody is suicidal or homicidal, at least in Florida, we have the Baker Act, that person can be held in a hospital for 3 days. And then longer if needed, but that requires a little bit more work. But outside of that, if they're not actively suicidal or homicidal and they refuse services, whoever the person is, there's nothing you can do to get somebody services. So I personally have experienced it in my family where I knew somebody needed help in
Of
my
course.
family and they didn't want the help. And really, we all feel helpless.
I think we all have, like in one way or shape or the other. I read an article somewhere that 1 in 5 people in each family are profoundly affected by somebody who's suffering from
Absolutely.
addiction. So you think about that, and then you
1
think
in
about
5,
the-
that high, huh?
1 in 5 wasn't the right statistic. 5 people are profoundly affected for every 1 family member that's an addict. So you have 1 person who's an addict, you have 5 family members that are profoundly affected. So now you go ahead and you do that math, and you're talking about a huge amount of people that are affected by addiction or mental health issues.
Right.
Take the addiction portion out of it.
Well,
So that's an unbelievable
But I
statistic.
have a question, Vivian. Suppose you have a family member who has a drug addiction, and you know that this person, I'll use a male because I'm a guy, not a girl. It's different with a girl, but with a guy. And you know that this person, you have to watch them with 4 eyes, and they're always taking things and always this and, all of that negative stuff that comes with it. Do you sit down and help this person? Do you open your arms? Do you open your house? Because I'm going to tell you something. I may be in the closet downstairs in the basement, because I remember growing up with addiction in my family. I don't remember nobody reaching out.
Tough love. And back then we practiced tough love, and we don't practice that anymore. And there's part of me that struggled with, do you practice tough love, and do you cut that person out entirely and just
Well,
be done with
right.
the
I mean,
toxic
what do we?
energy?
How do you?
Well, I
How do you?
Or do you
there's-
try to help them, and at
Yeah.
what point do you stop?
Where?
Yeah, my personal thoughts on that are, it's not about the tough love, but it's about the self-protection. That I love you, however, I can't be in your life because I'm being harmed right now, and you're going to harm me. So I have to set that boundary. And so that's okay. I think we all need to do that. Where we feel that we're harmed, we need to close ourselves emotionally to that harm and physically to that harm.
But
And
how do you
that's-
do that when it's your loved one? I love you, but
But you have to
you
leave.
need, not even you have to leave, but I think somebody else can help you more than I can. I'm here to
Right.
support you, but I think maybe a professional can give you better advice than I
Absolutely.
can right
But then
now.
let me add.
Because they
let-
come at it.
But let me add
If
another
that's how you
layer
do
to
it.
the complications, because
That's
I don't
exactly
want
how you
to. I don't want to stop this. So suppose it's a male, right? And you have daughters in your house.
Right.
Then all of a sudden the game changes because now you're protecting your daughters, right?
Right.
And suppose your daughters are like 5 and 6 and 7, and this person that needs help. I mean, what do? Do you say, come into my house? Is that really what's going
Right.
to happen?
Well, there's no obligation. I say, like, you know, I have to
saying
say,
no.
yeah, I say there's no obligation. And it's interesting because I hear this not only with addiction, but I hear this with other people. Like, you know, like let's say in a relationship that's supposedly the people are healthy and they're separating and one person's leaving and they're like, well, I don't know what the other person's going to do. And I'm like, well, the other person's 50 years old. They have to figure it out. They're an adult, you know?
Yeah.
So we are not responsible for another human being's decision. We are responsible to help people where we can, to the extent where you can, and it doesn't harm ourselves. I think so. That's my personal
I
opinion.
think that's a very smart statement. I think what you just said, for me, like, sums it up. Like, you help people to the point of when it becomes harmful for you, then you have to
Right.
reevaluate it. But, you know, we all want to help people, but there's a limit. You're not going to let somebody in the house that you think is going to be harmful
Right.
to your children or your other family members.
But hold on. I never said that they were going to harm anybody. I'm saying you have kids. I never said this
It's
person
an
was going to harm.
endangerment. Not
It's
harm,
different. It's
I mean,
perception,
harm,
though.
endangerment, but
Okay.
it is perception.
Perception.
But it depends on what you're comfortable with, too. We all, as individuals, have to make decisions.
You're right. But sometimes decisions are based on your present, right? And what's going on in your life. And you know, I'll get back to you, and then you go live your hour. I'm
That's a
back.
whole other story.
It's-
What if there's
it's
someone
all of
in
the
your
story.
life?
It's complicated.
But if there's
It's
someone
very
in your life
complicated.
that
But this
needs
is
help.
what happened. These two people that killed themselves, right, were somebodies. These guys had careers.
But everyone's a somebody.
No, I mean, they were a bigger somebody. You're the one that brought up that they were superstars. So now you're going to have to
To me,
take
though,
this.
everyone's a somebody. Everyone's life is just as important. But it took the celebrities to, again, bring the awareness back up where you do this every day, and it's there.
Right.
But celebrity meaning that the sister to this lady, we could not do any more for her. I can't buy that. Again,
But you don't
it
know
must
what
be
was
me.
going on behind the
All right,
scenes.
we need to hold the
either.
conversation.
I know that.
We can come right
So
back
terrible.
in two.
Listen,
in two.
we don't know what
Two
was
and
going
two.
on, but I'll tell you the end game, we should have known. This is my stand.
All right.
Sorry.
We're going to continue this conversation on a 1 o'clock hour, 95.3 FM 1470 AM. Stay tuned. 888-565-1470. We'll be back in 2 and 2, which is?
4.
We'll be right back. Liquid BioCell, a scientifically proven holistic anti-aging supplement, Liquid BioCell redefines the way we age and how we perform. Formulated with an exclusive collagen and hyaluronic acid combination, Liquid BioCell supports joints, muscle fitness, and restores youthful skin from within. Contact Renata at 561-306-7176 or visit 4health4beautyonline.com. Anti-aging from the inside out. Call today, 561-306-7176.
I am Crunchy because knowledge is power. Crunchy is a revolutionary line of safe and high-performing toxin-free cosmetics that are redefining beauty. You no longer have to sacrifice your health for your beauty or your beauty for your health. Be conscious about what are in your cosmetics and how they affect your body. Contact me at 703-509-2592 or explore at crunchywithanI.com/Liz Sant, LIZSANDT. Again, it's 703-509-2592.
At Carmen Care Advanced Laser Therapy, our professional team specializes in finding the best alternative laser therapy treatments for your painful conditions. Do you suffer with chronic pain, a post-traumatic injury, or simply looking for the benefits of cell rejuvenation to the skin? Schedule a consultation today to understand how photobiomodulation can help reduce your symptoms, reduce or even eliminate pain. Give us a call today, 561-405-9577. We focus on treating you who has a disease, not a disease that defines who you are. Contact Carmen Care Laser Therapy today, 561-405-9577 or carmencarelaser.com.
got a guy. You need a guy. I got a guy. With VCard Global, all your contacts are in the palm of your hand. Never leave home without your business cards or brochures again. VCard is the ultimate marketing tool. No more printing cards or brochures. VCard fits in the palm of your hand and is always with you. VCard is a powerful networking tool that virtually promotes sharing and builds referrals for your business. VCard Global, the virtual business card. Hold your business in the palm of your hand. Contact Jennifer at jenng.vcardinfo.com, the world's most intelligent business card. I got a guy, jenng.vcardinfo.com. I got it.
Cruise Planners, an American Express travel representative, has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and very competitive pricing for all of your travel needs. As a Cruise Planners travel advisor, Paul Vadiano will help you discover exciting adventures around the world, from cruises to land tours and completely packaged vacations. Paul specializes in all types of travel and will create an unforgettable vacation, wedding, or event just for you. Find Paul at www.cruiseoptics.com, on Facebook, or by phone at 561-232-2626. We make your travel dreams come true.
Science has confirmed that real health comes from raw, organic, and wild foods. Essentials is a complete program of 5 products to help your body function as nature intended. Premium Ancient Superfood Algae offers energy and stamina. Food-based digestive enzymes help prevent occasional heartburn and may reduce stress from processed foods and heavy metals. Our proprietary probiotics help support immune health, regulate bowels, and eliminate toxins. Improve your mood, mental clarity, focus, faster rejuvenation, and better sleep. Order now at eatessentialsnow.com. Essentials, life-enhancing ingredients in the palm of your hand. eatessentialsnow.com. Science.
This is Alyssa, the Paint Girl. Car accidents happen. Get the most affordable, convenient, superior vehicle repair with concierge service. The Paint Girl provides pickup and delivery with no additional cost. Our body shops have over 30 years combined experience. The Paint Girl handles all makes, models, lease return repairs, and insurance claims. Your smart choice for vehicle repair? The Paint Girl. Call 954-691-7024. That's 954-691-7024.
to part 2 of Monday. What you call it?
Manifestation Monobliss Monday at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. How did you like that song?
I liked it very much. Joe, can you hear me?
I hear you. I have very little dawn and a lot of static.
Okay, remove the pen from the computer.
Very little
I'm going to
dawn and a
remove
lot
the
of
static right now.
There you go.
All
There
right,
you
we got
go.
to buy a new pen. That's the pen that's no good.
You know what that song is from?
Can you hear Dawn?
Very soft.
That song is from A Wrinkle in Time. That is Demi Lovato, I believe, with DJ Khaled. Yes, is that how you pronounce it? Because apparently I was pronouncing it. Yes, Yolanda says. My daughter says, no, Mom, it's DJ Khaled. It was Demi Lovato and DJ Khaled. That is called I Believe from A Wrinkle in Time. That goes to our whole conversation that we were having before about the
A Wrinkle in
darkness
Time.
and the light. You should see the movie. You know, it also talked about
I want
how
to see A Wrinkle in Time?
how-
Really? Really? Really?
when two souls are born together,
Yes, they share a guardian angel.
they share a guardian angel. They didn't say that, but when two souls are born together and they're separated, they are never really separated because they will always find each other through lifetimes and through eternity. Even if they do not physically sit in the same space, the two souls will always
Okay,
find
that's
each other
enough.
and
No
join.
more movies for you.
That is a wrinkle
Done
in
with
time.
this. Holy smokes.
I know. You know what else the movie said? Is that if you can't reach the adults, we have to get to the kids and teach the children. And that's why we do it. And that's why we've got two beautiful interns with us today.
Do you know that children, adults were children at one time?
Yes, but
You're
somehow,
you're always a child.
things change because you get hardened. A lot of people do
get
because
hardened?
life happens.
Are you hard?
Everyone else is shaking their head. Yes, these ladies seem to understand. Yes, ladies.
Ladies, have you hardened?
You can ask my kid. My kid's here. You can ask my kid all about
Marguerite
me.
is shaking her head. Yes. Why do you shake your head? Yes. You got to take the mic.
Yeah, talking to the mic.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, you try to do the best you can, and then eventually, I mean, you get hardened by,
Life?
yeah,
Really?
yeah,
You get hardened by life?
yes, you do.
Really?
Yolanda says yes too.
Yolanda, you get hardened by life?
Definitely.
Really?
Yes. Things happen to you.
But things happen all the time. Good, bad, and indifferent.
The bad stuff is what hardens
Oh,
you.
I see. I see. So this is
The bad
tailor.
stuff.
This is just tailor-made hardening. What if you were not to say and just say, you know what? I can't get hardened because life. I love it. I bring it, challenge
But
it.
that goes back to teaching children because we need to get to the kids and keep their mindset positive, not always pure, but in faith and goodness and in the light. And then as you age, always believing that
Yeah,
things
but
will work
Dawn,
out as they should.
we baby kids, man. We baby kids in our day and age now. If they fall down, you run and you pick them up and you forget about it.
Well, what happens when the baby cries? You saw the baby last night.
My son,
Baby cries,
my
and what
son,
happens?
my son rubbed his nose on his nose and stopped him.
There you go.
Yeah, but that's a different thing. I'm talking about everybody gets a trophy. We always arguing that.
But you know what? It starts when. Did you Ferberize your kids?
What the hell is that?
Anyone Ferberize their kids?
Dr. Ferber. I was Ferberized.
What
Let's see
is
how
it?
that turned out.
You know what that is? What's a fervorizer? What's that?
Dr. Ferber wrote a book back. It was popular in the 70s, even popular today, and he's very famous. And his whole method is basically letting your kid solve their own problems and letting them cry themselves to sleep.
Put them in the crib and you
put
let
them in the
them
crib and
cry.
you walk away. And as long as they're not
Yes.
physically throwing up or getting ill, you basically shut the door.
Yes,
That's
well,
it.
I wouldn't do that either because their hernias. I hate hearing a kid
I
scream.
couldn't do it.
But let's get out of the baby zone for a second. So you have a kid, get out of the baby zone because you should be mothering and fathering to your child. I don't argue that point. But I'm talking about a little older, so maybe 5-year-old, 4-year-old. We are not strict as parents anymore because number one, legally you
You're
can't
not allowed
be.
to, right?
You go to jail.
Forget the chancleta.
Chancleta.
Forget
you know, my kids say that's a weapon now.
I'm telling you, one day I need
Third
to see
degree-
one because we
Listen,
talk
I'm
about
going
it
to
every day.
Ferberize her now. I'm going
It's
to
a-
Ferberize her starting now.
It's a
because I
third-degree
missed it
felony.
earlier.
Now, has mom gotten harder with you?
Has she what?
Gotten harder on you? Does she expect more from you? Is she?
Yeah.
Are you a single daughter only?
No, there's others.
There are others.
There are
There are
others.
others.
You have how many, Karen?
I have 3 adult daughters, and then I have a 12-year-old son, and then I have my 2 stepkids and my grandbaby and other children that are.
So you've had 4 children of your own?
I have 4 children of my
You've
own.
birthed
yeah.
4 children?
I birthed 4 children.
Boy,
True
you
facts.
are-
And I'm actually a grandmother. That's also a biological fact.
Is a
Wow,
biological fact.
That's amazing.
I know.
You're not a grandmother yet.
Thankfully, no. Thank you for not sharing that.
Aaron,
Yes.
get to
Aaron,
work.
I don't want either one right now.
Chelsea, get to work. So, do you think that mom? Are you the oldest or the youngest?
No, I'm the youngest of the girls.
You're the youngest.
Yeah.
Does she treat you differently than the oldest?
Yeah.
She does, right?
Yeah.
She sort of babies you a little bit more.
No, not at all.
She doesn't? She's harder on you than the others?
Yeah.
Really?
If you girls are watching and you want to call in the numbers 561.
888-565-1470. Give Joe a call.
I moved out first before they did.
You moved out the youngest one first.
Yeah.
No, no. That's not historically accurate.
I don't
No?
find your mom that
No.
she would baby any of you. She's like, Ferber, I see you gotta go get a
Yeah,
job.
no. You can have garbage bags
She's
and,
tough
and
love,
be
right?
going up the street. Like,
Yeah,
you
but
want
you
to
know,
follow the rules,
but
you
hold
gotta
on,
go.
hold on, because I can see you being tough love, but you get what they want, not too much, and then you get a little more, because I can see you like to give the kids anything they want within certain boundaries.
Listen, I don't pretend to be a perfect parent, so
There's no such thing.
There's no such thing. So I've tried both approaches. I've tried the give them everything approach, and that hasn't really worked very successfully. And I've tried the kick them out and let them live on their own, which is a little bit more peaceful, I have to say. So right now, that's what we're going with, and she seems to be fine. She's very well adjusted. She showed up here today on
She's
time.
shaking
She was
her head,
early.
no, I'm not fine, Mom.
But
Not fine.
then, but wait, and then she goes.
Where's that mental health counselor?
I know.
She went right out the door.
And that conversation continues also for, again, Mental Health Awareness Monday and Chrysalis Health Center. We had Vivian with us from Chrysalis, and Casa Monopolis is opening July 2nd, right across the street.
She said not to announce it.
I didn't announce it. It's
She's doing
opening
a soft
sometime
open
soon.
first.
She's doing
Sometime
a soft
soon.
opening sometime this summer.
But
I
we
never
want
said
to
that.
bring Vivian on more because we want to do some of that mental stuff.
Again, mental health awareness.
Health awareness, because I think it got hot and heavy there towards
And then
the-
she left. She goes, wait, I have a 1
She has
o'clock
a
meeting.
meeting.
I said, it's 5 after 1. She goes, I gotta go.
But this is everything that happens with her happens because of a reason, you know. She's across the street, the whole 9 yards. Everything that she does, she's involved in 6 different businesses. One of the largest businesses in Florida.
But
It's
all I
the
can say
largest.
is, if you have a loved one or someone that you think needs help, please reach out and get them help. And don't say that there's nothing you can do. All you can always do is try and hope they receive the help. But please just try and don't say we can't do anything. That's all I have to say about that.
I'm not gonna say nothing.
I know, because you're going to disagree with
I
me.
am.
But that's
Sorry.
how it rolls.
Sorry.
And I think Karen is more hands-on than she says, because you know why?
This one?
If she wasn't, her daughter wouldn't be here with Liz from Crunchy
I agree.
Makeup.
That's very true.
I agree.
Because
But I was looking for, economic opportunity. As a capitalist, I guess I want to teach my kids to be capitalistic
Well, you've
and
changed,
be
Karen.
entrepreneurs.
You've changed.
I've changed?
Yes, in the last, I'm gonna say 7 years, you've become a different person.
7 years.
7 years. Wow, we're really going way back
Well, she's
there.
got a grandbaby.
Yeah,
and a-
definitely.
You've changed your approach on how you handle things.
7
For
years.
sure, 100%.
Did you
Yeah,
know her
since
7 years ago?
No, I didn't, but I've known her for a little bit, and
Okay.
I've seen a transformation now.
Yes.
He's really been lurking far back on my Facebook page. I'm just saying.
I could tell you that thing goes
I don't
way
know him
back.
7 years.
creeping
So there's
back?
been some research involved. Which I appreciate wholeheartedly. I really do.
But I mean, you've changed, and I've seen
100%.
I've seen some of the stuff you've written. There's a lot of stuff,
There's a lot of stuff.
and you
yeah.
let a lot of stuff out.
I let stuff out. I
And-
just gotta let it out. That's
That's
my therapy. I let it all out.
and that's where I'm basing
and Molly.
my history.
yeah,
Can you
Molly.
imagine her and Molly doing a show together?
They're all over the place together.
Yeah.
You
No,
were in
us
New
together.
York.
I mean, that would be a lot.
Well, you're
That
in
would be a
Ion,
lot.
South Florida together, aren't you?
We're on Ion, South Florida together, Ion, New York, Ion, Chicago, and also Ion, California, which we just opened up. So she's actually doing a little tour today. I'm back to New York
But
tomorrow.
you keep
She's
those
there right now.
more, I don't want to say professional, but more business oriented.
Yeah, those are
But the two of
luxury
you, when you
insider
get
pieces.
together and you truly expressed your
Oh, yeah.
opinions, is what I'm saying. It's all I'm saying.
Stay tuned.
You're going to need a censor button, is what I'm thinking.
Oh, is that what it is?
These two?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Censor button?
With Karen and Molly?
Hmm.
Uncensored? Karen and Molly Uncensored is what the
Yes,
name of the
absolutely.
show's
You know,
going
we
to
can
be.
that
go,
would
we
be
can go to
good.
series radio if you want to do it that way.
I don't know. Maybe we'll
Or cable
see.
TV. if
Because
you
you're
want.
Ion,
We got
South
some, we
Florida,
got some
Ion
things
everything.
going on.
Netflix,
Her and I. Yeah.
Amazon, Netflix.
And you just finished movie.
I just finished a movie. Yep, just finished filming the movie with Bobby Carradine.
Did you finish in No Man's Land? What the
I
hell
did
was
it
that?
in
Eustis?
Eustis,
Did you
Eustis,
go
which
down
you
to
refer to as
Eustis?
useless
Did-
Florida.
Did you go?
I did. I'm done. I'm done.
didn't
We're
tell us you was
filmed.
there.
It was quick. It was fast and furious. I was back and forth. I was here like twice during the show while I was filming.
I want to
Really?
know if you got to wear the crunchy makeup, though.
I did. I wore the crunchy makeup. I brought the country. I introduced all the girls on set to crunchy makeup.
Is that amazing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. I'm introducing everybody. I'm telling everyone. The
And-
powder is life-changing.
And Liz Sant is just a quiet little storm because she rolls in, she doesn't say much, she sits very quietly. Oh, you're really going to like this makeup. Like it. I love the makeup.
It's amazing.
And Karen, Mrs. Florida, loves the makeup. And every day I call you and I'm thinking, I'm going to order more makeup. No, I'm just going to call Liz and get it from you because it stays on. It's toxic-free. It's chemical-free. It's gluten-free. It's lead-free. It's all of these amazing things and you get full coverage.
And it looks great on camera.
And it looks great on camera.
It looks great on camera, and I have to say again, I keep toting this powder, but the finishing powder, it's like that no filter powder. I mean, it absolutely blurs the stuff on my face, and I have lights in my face all day long. It's transforming.
It stays all day. When I look at the films, I go, wow, it looks better than I thought.
Well, it makes you
Softer?
Softer. Yeah, it does. It really does.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell you did today, but you added a new twist to the whole
Listen,
deal.
you're on my eyebrows.
I'm not saying
I knew
nothing.
I was coming in to
I
get my
wasn't-
chops busted today. I
said
knew it in the
nothing.
car.
I didn't even say
But you
that.
didn't even have to say anything, Freddie, because I saw you look at me, and I'm like, he's looking at my eyebrows.
I
So I just had
did.
to put it out there.
But they look just like your daughter, so it
They
just...
do. Well, I went in and I was like, I showed them.
She's trying to match your eyebrows.
Both of my kids, and I was like, listen, this is what they used to look like before 1992 when I plucked them all out, like we all did, and we drew them in because that was what we did.
So are these drawn in?
No, these are microbladed.
Those are yours, though.
So it's a tiny little tattoo. So they go in and they make tiny little hairs, and then this needs to sit. I mean, this is only 4 days in.
They put in
So the
tiny
first-
little hairs. The woman who hates hair has
But
tiny
look,
little hairs.
I have tiny little hairs, and I don't like any body hair, but eyebrow hair, I'm
here we
into
go.
eyebrow hair. But look, you can see it's not makeup.
Talk
They're
into the
just
mic
little-
because
they're
they
just
need to
little
hear you.
tattoos.
See?
Oh,
Can
so
you
it's like
see
a
it?
tattoo. Yeah.
It's
Little
a tattoo,
tattoos.
but it's a tattoo of an actual hair.
And that's gonna stay like that.
It's going to get lighter. So that's why I said to you, I know I look a little Groucho Marx right now. I know it's a lot.
So
it's a lot.
you want to accent your eyebrows?
Yeah.
It's gonna
Eyebrows
make you
frame
even
your
more,
eyebrows are the thing now.
even more intimidating.
Ooh, intimidating.
Eyebrows frame your face. Do you have an eyebrow pencil with crunchy?
Not yet. We're using.
You have to get Liz
I'm
closer
not
to
even
the
going to
mic.
need an eyebrow pencil.
You're not. You're gonna need a mirror.
Great.
Let's get Liz closer to the mic.
Oh,
They look great.
There you go.
Thanks.
And Liz,
we
I
don't,
wanted,
we don't have a pencil yet, but we're.
I wanted to talk to you because we're going to do it more of an education type of show today. We're going to talk about makeup because makeup's always fun and great and beautiful. But there's a reason why Crunchy even exists. And you know the reason, and actually they were talking about it. L'Oreal now has to come out. Yes, I watched the news. They had to come out with not a disclaimer, but what their ingredients are in their cologne.
Oh, I
Because
saw
now
that.
people want to know
saw that.
what's in it. And everyone's starting to release the ingredients because there are certain ingredients that are carcinogenic, that are in our perfumes, that are in our makeups, that have been hidden because, unlike food, no one asked. There were no requirements. But now they're coming, FDA saying, yeah, you got to release that because people need to know that they're using these, and some of these chemicals can potentially be harmful. And Crunchy, it doesn't have those negative chemicals.
No, and the company was founded on an educational purpose. The makeup is really our platform for educating women about this because a lot of women don't realize that makeup is full of chemicals. They don't realize that in Europe, over 1,300 chemicals are banned, and guess how much the U.S. bans?
0.
I saw 2 yesterday on the news.
Well, it's 11.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Well, arsenic doesn't count.
But that's going in the products. But these products have to be made from something. So when people say, all right, there's no chemicals, well, there has to be something because it's not fruit, they're not vegetables. These are products that we're able to use. What are these made of?
So there are some synthetics in Crunchy, but they are purposefully selected to be in the makeup to make it work. They were strategically selected based on years of research and scientific evidence for the ingredients that are synthetic. There's also organic extracts, certified organic extracts, and EcoCert ingredients. So all of those combined make up what we have here. It's perfect, beautiful makeup.
And your skin is
safe.
always beautiful. And I know you were at a business event last week, and you said it sells itself because of the education. And people say, I never realized that there were chemicals in my hair products. Never realized in the shampoos and the conditioners, all these things that are out there, they're harmful. Some of them have harmful chemicals. I never thought about
I mean,
it.
it is all these things. I mean, if you're going to eliminate one thing and not have a lipstick with lead in it, it's that much lead that you're going to put in your body because you can't avoid everything. So if this is something that I can cut back on and change out my product for something that has less carcinogens in it, I'm all in.
Oh, so ladies, for Father's Day, you should get crunchy lipstick, just saying.
Yeah.
Do you know
protect your
why?
men.
Because now you're going to protect your men from the carcinogenics also.
Yeah, and your babies. You gotta think about the
And your babies, that's true. When you're kissing your babies,
when they're
never
rubbing
think
up
about
against
it,
your
rubbing up
face.
against your face.
I'm not saying.
Women who are breastfeeding
I'm not saying
have to-
nothing.
have to
How
think
about
this
that?
also.
When you're
Well, that's
breastfeeding.
true. That's true. Breastfeeding gets into the milk,
A
right?
lot of chemicals pass through. Yeah.
Isn't it amazing when you were growing up? I remember my sister, she wanted to wear makeup so bad. She didn't care what it took. And the stuff that she put on her face changed the course of history. I don't even know what she put. And you used to get this Chinese, sticks for $2 for $1, or something that costs like $20-$30, and you get it for $2. I mean, what do you think is going in there?
You don't even think about it, though. People don't think, but gosh, when you're breastfeeding, to think everything. We're so careful about what we eat when we're nursing our kids and when we're pregnant. All of these chemicals. Even I remember couldn't color my hair when I was pregnant or couldn't get into the roots. But yet you could put anything on your face as far as makeup. We never thought about it.
And our skin is our largest organ, and it takes 26 seconds for chemicals to absorb through the skin into the bloodstream. I like to use the analogy, I'm an RN. I've been an RN for 16 years, and
You
I've
should put
done
up social
everything
media.
from medical to surgical to ER,
Across
and
the
I was
bottom.
working in the cath lab. And if a patient had chest pain during a procedure, I would, as the circulating nurse, go over to them and apply nitroglycerin cream to their chest wall because it's absorbed just like that. And we have to think about the shampoos, conditioners, lotions also that we're using.
All the stuff that's
on a
seeping
daily
into your
basis.
body. It's seeping into
Well,
your body.
And people are writing in.
As a guy, I'm going to be very honest with you. I mean, I'm glad that it's healthy and you don't want, put anything negative in your body. You shouldn't do that anyway. But as a guy, we just like it because it looks good. Just saying. And if it changes your tone and it makes you look different, I mean, I see the makeup on you. I see the makeup. It's changed.
And now will say to
you.
me, "You wearing your crunchy today?"
But when you're in this business, you always want to look your best, right? And I mean, the health aspects to it is important. Guys just want it to look good.
Yeah, but you wouldn't want it to look good. It was potentially causing someone harm and being sick, or your children.
No, I
or-
understand that, but you ever see women that put on too much makeup and it begins to cake? It looks like Night of the Living
Well, it's
Dead.
because you layer and relayer. In my old foundation, it was a high definition. It was from a beauty lounge.
That's scary.
But you know what? And I put it on. It would be great for the show. And 2 hours later, or if I went to production at the night at NN, I'd have to put on another layer because I didn't have time to take it off. And by then, it's so cakey and so thick. It's not. It's like blotchy, and it's in your creases.
It's in your creases. That's why at the NN studios, I
It's
work in the
dark.
dark.
I know you're always in a dark room.
Just saying.
All right, Alana, we're going to go to commercial break. Give us a call, 888-565-1470. Everyone's writing, and we're going to talk about how it's preserved. Yes, there are some chemicals. We're going to talk about that when we get right back. See you in a few.
At Carmen Care Advanced Laser Therapy, our professional team specializes in finding the best alternative laser therapy treatments for your painful conditions. Do you suffer with chronic pain, a post-traumatic injury, or simply looking for the benefits of cell rejuvenation to the skin? Schedule a consultation today to understand how photobiomodulation can help reduce your symptoms, reduce or even eliminate pain. Give us a call today, 561-405-9577. We focus on treating you who has a disease, not a disease that defines who you are. Contact Carmen Care Laser Therapy today, 561-405-9577 or CarmenCareLaser.com. At Carmen Care Advanced Laser Therapy, our professional team specializes in finding the best alternative laser therapy treatment.
I got a guy. You need a guy? I got a guy. With VCard Global, all your contacts are in the palm of your hand. Never leave home without your business cards or brochures again. VCard is the ultimate marketing tool. No more printing cards or brochures. VCard fits in the palm of your hand and is always with you. VCard is a powerful networking tool that virtually promotes sharing and builds referrals for your business. VCard Global, the virtual business card. Hold your business in the palm of your hand. Contact Jennifer at jenng.vcardinfo.com, the world's most intelligent business card. I got a guy, jenng.vcardinfo.com. I got a guy.
Hey Dawn, do you know what CBD is?
What is CBD, Freddie?
CBD is a cannabidiol. My goodness gracious, I'm Puerto Rican and I can announce that. Cannabidiol, which is found in the hemp plant. CBD can help regulate your mood, improve your sleep, reduce inflammation, and you know what? It even increases immunity.
Did you know that our internal systems are already made to receive the CBD? It's made of natural botanicals without any psychotropic effects. Do you know what that is?
I have no idea what that means.
It means you can get healthy without getting high.
That's right. Now, people come to the studio, we give them CBD, and what's the first thing they ask me? Can I drive home? I said, did you drive here? Yes. Well, then you're going to drive home. So if you want CBD and the experience to feeling better, reducing anxiety, what do you got to do?
Give them a call at 561-674-7446. It is the #1 legal and leading CBD company in the United States. Safe for all ages. Where do you visit, Freddie?
You visit livelovecbd.com.
livelovecbd.com. Tell them Dawn and Freddie sent you. And we're back at the Brooklyn Cafe.
Putting $1 in the cup.
On a Makeup Monday. Give us a call, 888-565-1470. While we're sitting here chit-chatting, we're having a whole makeup session, and Karen's daughter is trying the new crunchy makeup with Liz.
Liz, you've never tried it before?
No, just
No,
today.
This is the first time?
First time, yeah.
I mean, you go at it like a professional. You go right at it. You always
I
put
do
on
this,
makeup like that?
every day.
Does that like hurt? My goodness gracious, you're gonna knock yourself out, kid. Take it easy.
The brushes are so soft.
And we've got Jessica from Green Mama Tribe on. Do you remember we had Green Mama Tribe on BZT? She came with, I think, Bree Gordon.
Oh, Bree. I love
What?
Bree.
Green Mama Tribe came up to our show at BZT.
Yes.
I think it was with
Hi,
Bree.
Jessica.
I don't know.
I don't know. So hi, Jessica. Glad you're watching and joining us. But people are commenting. Clearly, there's got to be something in that makes this last as far as a preservative. So what is it or what is there not in it that's making this safe as a preservative for it to last?
That's a really good question.
Which is
because
a great
lot
question.
Of preservatives are harmful. So the co-founders have chosen to use a combination of organic extracts and such as oregano leaf extract, vanilla extract, rosemary leaf extract, and the combination of those ingredients is safe, and our shelf life is about a year.
That's a great question. And lipsticks too. I mean, you think everyone says, how long can a lipstick last? You're saying a year.
Yeah, all of our products we recommend a shelf life for about a year.
You have mascara too?
I've had mine way longer than that. A lot of my my collection that I use for people to sample, but the mascara, I usually use my mascara up in at about 3 months. So
3 months.
mascara's
I usually use mine up in about a month.
Do you?
I'm lucky if I make a month out of a mascara. Karen?
Wow.
Yeah, I would say a month, every 6 weeks.
Do you
yeah,
guys,
every
do you
month.
guys,
6
do
weeks.
you guys buy makeup like every other week?
Yeah, every once a
Yeah.
month, and I
I
go
could
in.
tell.
It's like
You guys love the makeup.
it's
in the
almost
budget.
like a reorder. It's not even in a budget. It's a necessity. It's like food. You
It's
just
a
things that
necessity?
you need.
It's a work
It's
necessity.
a work thing.
Now you notice that we put mental health with the makeup segment together.
But you know what? My makeup is part of my mental health.
It is. It soothes you.
It is what it is, you know. Someone once said spackle and paint make it what it ain't, but you got to do what you got to do. That was someone that used to do my nails.
Make
The
it
fact that
what
I'm quoting her is really funny.
That's
hilarious.
That's
But I'm
kinda
watching
scary.
you put on this foundation and primer. Your mom's holding a mirror. It looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
Right? In what, a minute? When we were at commercial break, you did your
Yeah.
entire face.
It changed your whole face.
Foundation and primer, though.
It changed your whole face.
That's
But that's just foundation and primer.
I know, but when she sat down,
Right?
you could see
Total
a
change.
lot of shine on your face. All of a sudden, that's all gone. You know that?
It looks beautiful.
I'm telling you, from an
Thank you.
outsider looking in, I don't know what the hell I'm looking at.
And you
but-
barely had a mirror. I know your mom
Yeah.
was holding it, but it's not like you've got this big makeup studio or anything. You've just, and the technique you taught about the stippling, I love that. I
Or
never
brush.
knew that. Because
The
I have gone
brushes
through so
slide.
many sponges.
What
I've
is the
tried-
technique called?
Stipple.
Stipple.
It's like this.
Oh,
So
you-
you do that with the sponge, too, no?
When I use the sponge, I get smears and it doesn't give even coverage. This gives great
And a
coverage.
sponge will absorb your product. This is a vegan brush. So most makeup brushes are made from squirrel, goat, or raccoon hair. And a lot of people don't know that as well.
Raccoon hair.
But
That's
they're
what I want on my
porous,
face. A
and
raccoon's hair.
Those natural brushes will absorb your product also. So this is the highest quality synthetic fiber that's available, and they're triple coated, so it applies it evenly, and you don't waste any product.
Now, I got a question. My sister used to put on makeup with a sponge, right? And after a while, that sponge begins to take a life of its own. You know, it has a certain smell to it.
They can harbor bacteria.
It has bacteria on it. So all of a sudden, you start breaking out, and you carry the smell of the sponge. I used to tell my sister, and I love Mimi, I adore you, but get rid of this thing. So what do you do? Do you just throw it away and go to brushes?
Yes.
That's what you do. Brushes don't harbor the same bacteria?
Well, we recommend washing them once a week with a toxin-free
How do you
dish
wash a
soap
brush?
or-
Oh, this
We
okay.
are actually releasing a mat, a brush washing mat.
Really?
It's so cute. It's like this big.
A mat?
I need
It's
one of
crunchy.
those.
You can stick it in your sink, or
And
you
it's
can hold
silicone? Is it silicone?
Yes.
And you, oh, I have one at home.
Yes.
Oh, I need one
Now,
of
how
those.
do I know
habitually,
that?
because I have acne, I habitually wash my brushes. I mean, one of the reasons why this product is so good for my skin too. But my brushes, I wash my brushes every day. I have a ton of brushes.
You have a
I buy,
rotation, right?
I have a rotation.
Brush
I buy
rotation.
inexpensive brushes that are synthetic because I know what's going to irritate my skin, and I wash them and change them out. That's going to be awesome. I can't wait for that.
Because it's so hard to get, it's like washing your hair. If you can't get the soap out of your brushes, or you can't get the makeup out of your brushes, and the heavy coverage foundation, I know you don't have no idea what
I
I'm
heard
talking
you
about.
put it. No, I heard you put. No, I do. I had a sister. I heard you put a sponge in the microwave.
That's a kitchen sponge.
No.
I just throw them out because they harbor bacteria and they
Kitchen
never.
sponge. Yeah, use your kitchen sponge, Dawn. I'm talking about a
Your
sponge on
makeup
your makeup
I've
sponge.
never put mine in the
That's what I
microwave.
heard.
Hashtag no sponge.
I wouldn't do it. I don't know.
Hashtag no sponges, throw them away.
Throw them away.
Throw 'em
No
away.
sponges.
But I can't wait to
I
see
love a
what-
brush.
And you're coming out with a skincare line also, which will be
Yes,
incredible.
we are. I'm thinking about maybe 2 weeks. We'll
Oh,
have our
really?
first product. It's going to be
Wow.
called Daylight. It's a moisturizer packed full of antioxidants. It's going to be in a glass bottle just like this. So that most likely will be our first product. So we're going to have Daylight, Night Light, and Sunlight. We're going to have an SPF 30 moisturizer.
And when
with
does the brush
non-nano
clean?
zinc
When does
oxide.
that cleaner pad come out? I need that like
I don't know,
yesterday.
And an eyelash curler.
Eyelash clear. Is that the one that? You know what I saw this weekend? I forgot to tell you
What?
because I knew they were going to be on. The Devil Wears Prada.
Prada.
That is
That's-
such a cute movie. I love it.
I had to sit through that thing, but I did it because I see the way that it's a big business.
It's a big
So you like these girly movies after all,
Well,
you know?
I knew
you
you
had
guys-
a lot to say earlier about
Well,
the girly movies,
no,
but you're
I
watching
knew-
chick flicks by yourself.
No, I wasn't. I was watching with somebody. But what I'm saying is, I liked it because it teaches me that in our business, you got to look your best.
In our business, you got to look your best, and there are side effects to different makeup. And Karen and I both can attest to the breakouts and
Yeah.
the clothes and whatever it is, and then you put on more.
It's a
And it's a
constant
vicious
struggle.
cycle because
Yeah.
you get a breakout, you put on more makeups, and you put on more makeup, you get another breakout.
But maybe the breakout is because you're putting on too much makeup.
Well, either way,
It is, but you have to wear it anyway
what
because
are
you
we
still got
gonna
to go
do?
to work and you still got to be on camera, and if you have zit on your face, you got to cover
Now, I'm
it. So
going to tell
you're
you,
stuck.
your daughter's been sitting here about 25 minutes. My goodness gracious. Who is this woman now? She's changed. This
She's
is unbelievable.
beautiful.
What she did under her eyes,
What,
and
what,
again, I don't know nothing about nothing, but she took away, there were some lines
What
underneath.
did you
It's
do? Did you put a
gone. Look at
concealer?
this.
It's concealer, yeah.
I didn't even know you had concealer, Liz.
Holy
She
smokes.
has like four different
Look at this. It's
Well,
amazing.
All right, let me ask you this, because I have
Wow.
a very hard time with my mascara and eyeliner not smudging on my concealer.
You need to put some of this setting powder under your eyes with a small brush, like one
And
of our
it's
eyeshadow
changed
brushes.
since I've
You
used
guys
the
getting all
crunchy,
this?
because I think it's not,
What do you think?
the crunchy is softer, and the setting powder that I was using is not working under my eyes, so should try the crunchy setting powder.
You should.
I
And
have
your
a little
concealer.
life hack for that too. A little Scotch tape. You put Scotch tape underneath your eyes when you're putting your eye makeup on, and then you just take it off, and that way you don't get anything under your eyes.
But even when you blink throughout the day, you get smudges.
This will fix it.
I got a better
The setting
idea.
powder.
I always do my eyes before I do my concealer or anything because it prevents that, and you can always make it like more of a straight line. You know, if it's smudging, you can always just like take it off with concealer.
I need to try the
There's somebody
concealer
that
now.
I knew. She used to wear painter's tape, the blue tape,
the blue.
the
blue
blue
tape,
the
right?
painter under the eyes. Yeah.
You
She
have
has
some
a-
right there. We can use some from
The
backstage over here.
the painter's tape does not bleed any of the eye stuff that you do.
Until
So-
she went on air and she would take it off.
No, this is somebody that I knew in the day, and she used to use painter's tape because she had
Not
that
a bad
problem.
idea. Yeah, because it doesn't leave any residue.
These are the
Actually,
important
a really good
things.
idea. It's better than my Scotch tape
I
idea.
think Crunchy should release some special eye
Yeah,
makeup
just little
tape
eye
with
pads.
no harmful chemicals.
I love this.
But if you've got the setting powder, then you don't need it because then it's all done. What is that in that pot right behind the concealer? That
That's bronzer.
It's the bronzer.
You have the bronzer, right?
I don't have the bronzer,
need
but
the
Karen, you
bronzer.
do.
Oh, you
Karen
need the
has the
bronzer. You need the bronzer. You have to have the bronzer. You
Brilliant
can't even
bronzer.
have the powder and not have the bronzer.
And let me ask you
The
about
two go hand in hand.
the eye makeup. They're so deep in color, and there's a line that's very deep in color, but they're very deep in lead that makes it so colorful. And you probably know which one I'm talking about.
Deep in lead.
I don't
Oh,
wanna,
yeah.
I don't want to throw
Just
another
put-
makeup
just put-
company under
put a
the,
pencil
under
on
the
your
I know
tree.
exactly which one you're talking about because I have the palette and it's one of my
They're
favorite palettes.
magnificent colors,
But they're full of lead.
but
I
most
think I know.
makeup companies don't have the vibrancy in color because they're if they're toxin free. How do you get this vibrancy in your eye makeup color and still be safe?
Well, the EcoCert ingredients are what makes it.
Because the
safe.
colors are gorgeous.
They're
They're
beautiful.
just like that other
It's
line.
the magic
Karen.
of
They're
Crunchy.
mineral.
It's magical, the magical colors of Crunchy.
Now, it's because whether you're younger, right, or older, whatever it is, and the skin color and the oils and stuff like that, you have a solution to all these problems. I mean, that's what you're in the business, yes?
So many women have been able to overcome their skin issues by switching to our makeup because I think it's a vicious cycle with a lot of women. They use toxic ingredients unknowingly most of the
Yep.
time to cleanse their skin. These ingredients are irritating. They dry it out. Their skin's not being nourished, and then they're applying toxic makeup on top of that to cover up the blemishes, and they just keep washing and covering and washing and covering. So
And your skin's sucking it in the whole
sucks it all
time.
in.
yeah,
Sucking
just
it in.
absorbing
All right,
right
take it
into
easy,
the
Mom.
bloodstream.
Take it easy.
And then you go to the gym and you're working out, and it's just this bad
So
cycle.
you go to the gym in makeup?
I do go home and take it off now. I try to.
You used to go.
I take it off and then
Don't
I
make-
reapply.
Don't make me
This
laugh.
is why I don't go to the gym.
Well, no, I take off the foundation, then I reapply the concealer. You have to. It has to be gym appropriate, so I take off the heaviness.
Gym appropriate.
Appropriate.
Yeah.
I
Eyes
see.
always go with the eye makeup on, like you always go with your lashes.
Of course, there's always lashes.
But you can take off the foundation.
You don't
and put
take
the
off your
concealer
makeup
on.
and your lashes to go to the gym? Or you don't go to the gym?
I don't go to the gym
about
because
when
I
you-
don't want to take my makeup off.
What about when you go to the beach?
When I go to the beach, there's usually lashes. There might be less, like there might not be foundation. Like I'll strategically place my makeup so I can
Strategic.
So you look like you're not
strategically.
wearing
So I
any.
look like I'm not wearing any, but I am, and that way, if I take my sunglasses off or whatever, I still have my lashes. Yeah, it's a balance. It's a lot of
balance.
work being a woman, Freddie.
I can see that. I'm
A lot
exhausted.
of work.
Yolanda's
exhausted
shaking
just
her head.
watching.
What do you think, Yolanda?
I want to know where to get this makeup because I've never heard of it before today.
Oh, yeah, you're looking right at
Do
it.
you know it's a local company?
I
The
didn't
owners
know.
are in Stewart.
Didn't know that.
And so many people here still haven't heard of us, but
So how do people get
they did
it?
it from me.
You get it from her.
And
And the funny thing is that everybody's always asking me about this crunchy thing because the one holds up the bag and
Every
starts
day.
to play with the crunchy thing.
With
And
the
they're like,
crunchy
what
chips still
the
in
hell
there.
is
Yep.
that?
So how do people find you?
So my website is www.crunchy with an I. So it's CRUNCHI.com / my name Liz Sant, Lizsant.
Or you have a phone number?
Yes, my number is 703-509-2592. And I also have a Facebook group, Living Clean Beautifully, where I share all things crunchy. I share our promotions, I share new products, and I also share other health tips related to toxin-free living. Not only makeup, but I share tips about skincare that I love and hair products that I love and ways to clean your home without toxins. And it's a really good informational group. So please join. Please request to join. It's Living Clean Beautifully.
All right, check out Liz. Give her a call, 703-509-2592. We're going to take a quick commercial break, 888-565-1470, and we will be right back.
What do you think?
Are you ready? Does your family have an emergency preparedness plan? BeBetterPrepared.info is an affordable way to prepare yourself and your family for the worst. Stock up with emergency gear and the knowledge you need to be ready in case of an emergency. From first aid, safe water supplies, to shelter, BeBetterPrepared.info is a convenient way to quickly stock up on survival and camping gear at an affordable, pre-packaged price. Order Elite Ready Pack to get started. No matter what the situation, go to BeBetterPrepared.info and you will be prepared if disaster strikes or for your camping needs. Are you ready? Does your family have an emergency preparedness plan? BeBetterPrepared.info is an affordable way to prepare yourself and your family for the worst. Stock up with
I am Crunchy because knowledge is power. Crunchy is a revolutionary line of safe and high-performing toxin-free cosmetics that are redefining beauty. You no longer have to sacrifice your health for your beauty or your beauty for your health. Be conscious about what are in your cosmetics and how they affect your body. Contact me at 703-509-2592 or explore at crunchywithanI.com/Liz Sant, Lizsant. Again, it's 703-509-2592.
Discover how you can unleash your body's natural regenerative power with Liquid BioCell. A scientifically proven, holistic anti-aging supplement, Liquid BioCell redefines the way we age and how we perform. Formulated with an exclusive collagen and hyaluronic acid combination, Liquid BioCell supports joints, muscle fitness, and restores youthful skin from within. Contact Renata at 561-306-7176 or visit forhealth4beautyonline.com. Anti-aging from the inside out. Call today, 561-306-7176. And we're back at the Brooklyn Cafe TV on a makeup manifestation Monobliss Monday. Nice.
I wanted to ask Miss Florida something.
Yes. What do you want to ask me, Freddie? I'm ready, Freddie.
Have you seen the latest news that they are no longer allowing Miss America to wear?
I have, and I actually had a whole big Facebook discussion
did.
over this the other day. I actually
I read
posted
it.
about this.
That
I
was
was
great.
really super disappointed to hear that. I mean, I think they're actually working the opposite. They're not empowering women to do the things that make them feel beautiful.
But
So,
do you know why they did it?
do I know why they did it? To be politically correct, the same reason they got rid of the gown portion as well. And now it's going to be all about women interviewing and women focused, which is great, but that's not what Miss America was.
Well, they don't want it to come off as a sex object that you look good in a bikini. That doesn't make you Miss America.
But there's nothing wrong with a beauty contest. And when did we become so PC that there's something wrong with recognizing women's inside beauty and their outside beauty? It's almost like pretty shaming.
And I bet you the ones
It's
that
pretty
made-
shaming.
I
Pretty
bet you the
shaming.
ones that made this decision were all men.
It was
I'm sure
probably
not.
a marketing person that said, you know what, we're going to do this. It'll be a good PR stunt. It obviously got them attention. I'm talking about it. So I think in a way, sometimes these things are, you know, the hands of smart marketing people. You know, let's see if they follow through with it. But I think taking the bathing suit out, I mean, I think the pageant's kind of a dying industry anyway. And, you know, this is just the tail end of it.
It
But
seems to be
it's-
going away.
It saddens me because I think it's once we start to box women in where we say you're not beautiful on the outside, you're only beautiful on the inside, and it doesn't matter what you look like. Well, you know what? You're just taking away that empowerment that women get from feeling beautiful. When I was on that stage and I won, and I walked out in my shorts and my little bra top, I felt great. And I was 44 years old and I won.
Yeah, but that's
So-
unheard of.
Yeah, I understand it's unheard of.
I
but
mean, just that you were on the stage at 44 years of age is unheard of.
It's unheard of. It's
But it
unheard of.
wasn't,
But it
because
goes
she did
to
it.
show that I worked hard to keep my body in shape and to look good and to feel good. And yeah, to feel great on the outside and to feel beautiful. And that's what I wanted. So it can't all be about one thing. We're not all the same. And once we start to box women and we want to make them all the same, whether just make them all outwardly beautiful or make them all inwardly beautiful, we're taking away that empowerment that it is to be a woman.
But I think that your personality at that age is going to be a whole lot. I don't want to say the wrong words, but it's going to be a whole lot different than somebody who's 22, 24.
I don't think these women were ever objectified. I think we just are going down a really slippery slope in America.
You know,
and
she
I
was
think,
Mrs. Florida,
Yeah.
which is a different category in of itself.
Oh, so you were among the same age.
And these Miss contestants, these people that go into this Miss America pageant, these girls, you see some of these girls, they had one of the Fox commentators was on the other day talking about her experience in being Miss Missouri or whatever she had represented, and what a life-changing experience that was for her. How empowering, how wonderful, how beautiful she felt. And for 22, she looked gorgeous in a bikini. Why is that wrong?
I don't know. I think they should bring it
I
back.
can't
But you
even.
know what's so
I don't
interesting?
know.
Because if you-
it makes me
Bring it
sad.
back.
But
I
if
think
you
I'm going to
bring it
start.
back.
I'm
But
going
if
to
you're
start a signature
beautiful,
protest.
people don't like you because what? Don't hate me because I'm beautiful. If you're beautiful, people judge you. If you're not according to the model or as beautiful on the outside, people judge you. People judge no matter what
matter
you look
what.
like. So you know what, everyone? It's like the thing,
Be
the
yourself.
it that I told you about in the beginning of the show. The darkness. Stop being judgmental. Let everyone be who they want to be.
Can you remember the last time you watched the Miss America pageant?
I don't watch anything in its entirety. I watch bits and pieces.
Did you
except
remember the
that
last
movie.
time?
No.
I
It
can't
used to be a
remember the
ritual
last time.
For me. I would watch it at my grandmother's every summer with
Miss
her,
America?
and I would stay the summer, and we would be so excited and just waiting for it, and we would have popcorn and snacks, and we would all pick our favorites. And I mean, my friend Janelle, who's also a crunchy advocate, is actually running for Miss Florida.
Oh.
She was Miss Miami Beach, and she is Miss Fort Lauderdale. Hi, Janelle. If you're
You
watching.
have to introduce me to
But it has
Janelle.
been life-changing for her. She is so grateful for everything this pageant has done for her, and she has had her education paid for with the scholarships. She has been able to grow. Her mission is empowering extraordinary health.
Right.
She's been able to help so many people.
We should bring her around because
We
I'd like to have a
should.
conversation with
should.
her.
Yeah.
Now, the other question I have for you is when you see these contestants, right, and you're a winner, so the bottom line is you see what's going on stage. You ever find yourself saying, well, she should do this, or she's doing the wrong thing? And you ever do that?
You know, I don't because I'm not a pageant girl, but I have to say, like, I came from the experience of, like, my mom I was from New Jersey, like, she would have been like, why do you want to do a pageant? Like, my mother wasn't into that. So for me, it was that fantasy of always wanting to do something and finally reaching a point, you know, in my 40s where I was like, I'm just going to do it.
But you know what I don't love? I don't love the pageants for the children.
It depends. I mean, I think it's a personal choice.
Because
and
when
I think
you're
if it
a kid,
empowers that person or that child, then I'm for it as long as it's a positive experience.
But maybe they don't realize that it's what their parent or their guardian says, it's going to be positive for you. And then you grow up and you go, you know what? Maybe it was them, but look what it did to me. Look at whatever disorders I have.
I don't know. We're going to have something. You're going to screw up your kids one way or the other.
That's
so.
true.
I don't think as a kid
Right,
you need a pageant to.
Well, they've got these 2 and 3-year-old little girls in these beauty pageants. But anyway, we've gotten off topic, Liz.
I mean, but that could be
Your
a
makeup
family
is
bonding
beautiful.
experience too.
It is. No,
I
but I
know.
wanted.
Her makeup
I wanted,
looks beautiful.
It does, but I wanted to talk about whether you see people on the makeup stand. A lot of the pageant women have to be perfect, right? Because you're going up against beautiful women with beautiful women. It's not like you're going up against any slouches in this thing, right?
Well, now we're just going to open it up to everybody.
Wasn't
There's
there
going to
a
be men
thing-
and dogs and cats and who knows?
Wasn't
It's
there a
gonna be
thing
men.
with Miami Beach or
Maybe.
North Miami Beach where she brought in her own makeup and hair consultant and that was not allowed?
Dawn,
I remember that.
that's the lady we had on the show.
No,
and
she never came on.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
I
she
wasn't there.
Yes, you were, and she was disqualified. We had the
Okay, but
easy
here's
team,
my question. And I
and
don't
they
make-
won the lawsuit, by the way.
So my
For
question
bringing
is,
your own products?
Yeah, well, it's in your contract. You have to use their hair and makeup.
You have to use
people.
their hair and makeup, and she didn't know, and she brought somebody else, and she won, and they
Some of
disqualified.
the pageants don't, but the pageant I was in, we had to use specific, and they want everybody to be consistent, and they want everybody to work with their team, and that was fine with me. I signed the contract. I read what I signed because my husband's a lawyer, so I actually read the
see, to
contract.
me though, I would want
Just a little horrified
I would
right now
want to
by
be
that.
able to use my own
I
organic,
brought my makeup.
toxin-free.
Well, in this particular case, she was not allowed to do that. She had to give the crown back. It took 2 years in court. She won, and they dismantled the owners of that particular pageant in Miami.
Oh my goodness.
And the reason I know this is because the agent to the girl is a friend of mine, and you know her.
Knowing what I know now, I would like that as well.
And it made me
I
think
would-
of it because you said Miami Beach, she's using crunchy makeup in the pageant. So I'm
But she
thinking,
can bring her own makeup. She had her own makeup artist go into her hotel room,
Yes.
from what I
Yeah.
understand. She
That's
had makeup and hair people go into her hotel room and basically did not participate in the hair and makeup that was a part of the pageant where she signed the contract.
Yes.
Not saying it's wrong.
And do you know
I
why?
brought my own makeup because you know how sensitive I am.
that's what I'm saying.
Oh, I
right?
brought my stuff with
She
me.
was a very shy girl. And the reason she didn't do what she was supposed to do is she stayed in her hotel room doing it is
She
because
didn't
she was
wanna-
petrified to go out. I mean, if you look at really what happened here,
Right.
it's really a sad story. Because she came on the set and I had to coax her and she walked out and she came back. You don't remember this?
I was more worried about, I'm more concerned that you can use your own products. I didn't mean to bring up the whole story. I just remember
Dawn,
that it was
always
a
bring up
Well,
conversation.
I use my own products. I can only speak for Mrs. Florida, U.S. Continental, but they did let me bring my own products. And if I was doing it now and I had my crunchy, I'd bring my crunchy with me.
Because
Think about the people who have celiac, if they have a gluten allergy. A lot of makeup contains gluten, and women don't realize that either. And what about the makeup that's cruelty-free? If people, have strong values about animal testing and
That just came out. There was a report that just came out. I saw that last week that there's some big companies that are being fined because of the animal cruelty piece. I thought they stopped doing that.
I don't know that they stopped doing it. I think they found a way around it, is more like it.
Well,
I
most
think
likely.
they stopped doing it directly and that it's still being done indirectly. There's still testing being done. It's just not done by them anymore.
It's craziness.
I want to make sure people know how to find this makeup because it is so incredible. It's been life-changing for me and for Karen and your daughter. You just look
And now
gorgeous.
Kira.
And Kara, amazing.
And that
Keeping it
Kira's
in
ready
the
to go.
family.
Because everyone wants to know, how do I get it? Where do I get it? If you don't want to go online, and I would suggest you call Liz first because Liz knows she'll meet with you in the skin color. You can go online and look at what they have, but always call Liz and she will come and do a personal consultation with you to match colors, to see what's best for you, what your lifestyle is. What's your phone number?
So it's 703-509-2592, and I also have a Facebook group, Living Clean Beautifully, where I share all things crunchy.
And some of these big department stores are going out, the high-end ones with the high-end makeups, they're going out. So for all these makeup artists and those makeup practitioners that are selling so many high-end products, You know what? I want to introduce you to some that I know. My mom used to own a makeup and nail salon. I know, so I'm busy playing with colors here. Grandma Vodka, she's had as many jobs as you, Freddie.
Who, Grandma Vodka?
But what we used to do was take all these little palettes, and I would take a painter's palette, like you'd put paint, and I'd super glue them all. So I had my own palette. I could put my thumb through it, and then I'd have my own little palette.
That's brilliant.
Grandma Vodka idea.
What are you're gonna put your makeup on a palette like a painter?
So you're not going through all these little fumbling things.
Yeah.
They're all glued on like a paint
ignores me,
palette.
notice
I'm
that.
telling you, it's a good
I'm
hack too.
explaining
We
it.
got the Scotch tape hack and the now painter's tape and now
I
this.
love Scotch tape. Scotch tape is perfect
I
for
love
many
Scotch tape.
things.
It's great for everything.
What's your phone number, Liz?
Unbelievable.
703-509-2592.
And you have samples where people can try different foundations or different color matching?
We have samples available online, and they ship for free. They're $7, so you can get a foundation sample pack with 4 shades. If you would like all 6, you can just ask for them. Extra in the notes at checkout. And I'm also available locally to meet up one-on-one or for a group event or a workshop. I hold educational workshops and talk about the history of the company. I'm friends with the co-founders and I adore them. I talk about how to avoid toxins in cosmetics and personal care, and also about greenwashing, which we didn't touch on today. We could talk about that.
What's greenwashing?
So greenwashing is when companies market themselves to be environmentally responsible or toxin-free or natural.
And they're not.
And they're not. So the word natural really has no regulation at all.
We would need to talk about that.
It's like in our food. I go back to that beetle wing. It's all natural. It's a beetle, but do you want that in your yogurt?
Yeah. Or your makeup.
Or your makeup. And that's what provides that red color in your cherry yogurt. It's called a natural beetle wing.
I heard about that.
It is natural, but I wouldn't want to be eating it.
Hey,
It's
you
called
heard-
carmine in makeup.
Interesting.
You heard they're making, in South America, they're using roaches to make food.
I saw the roach bread. You got that on Facebook too? Yeah, I just saw that on
Yeah,
Facebook
but I made a
last
phone
night.
call. I found out it was real.
It is real. And they actually do breed the cockroaches in a sanitary lab. So I kind of was trying to absorb that was better.
Thank you for joining us. Contact Liz Sant, crunchywithaneye.com, or us, or Karen. She's always happy to share. Have a great day, everyone. Be kind to each other. We'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today, and even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 1 p.m. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more goodwill next time. Although today's show was live, you can follow the cafe on Facebook at Brooklyn Cafe. To rewatch every minute of the show, call 866-224-5422 to talk with Dawn and Freddie S. after the closing, or to leave an order for fun for the next show. Have a meaningful day. The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its hosts, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those